Do you want to retire rich? Would you like to have the freedom and choice to retire early? Most books that are written on financial independence will tell you to live below your means, save and invest, and in 45 years, you'll have enough money to retire. This may work in theory, but without an economic engine that will create excessive income, it's difficult, if not unrealistic, to live a lifestyle of delayed gratification and compromise for your entire working life. This is why most people never reach a level of financial freedom. But what if there was a better way? Regardless of where you're at now, what if you could retire early and be financially independent? Today, we will discuss how you can move from financial survival to financial stability to financial independence to total financial freedom by mastering sales leadership. My name is James Tanti. For over 3 decades, I've been training people in professional sales, startup businesses, and mentoring others to build million-dollar enterprises. Mastering sales leadership can accelerate your journey from financial survival to financial freedom. The process won't happen overnight. It takes time, applied knowledge to progress through the different phases of financial literacy, good habits, and growing your net worth. At the end of this video, we will also share with you some best financial practices used by high net worth individuals to become totally financially free. Let's begin the journey with the struggle. Financial survival. Really financial struggle. Insufficient income. Even with budgeting and frugality, there's too much month at the end of the money. Being stuck in financial survival mode can lead to debt accumulation and financial anxiety. Living paycheck to paycheck and using credit cards to bridge the gap of negative cash flow is not a place where anyone wants to live. Inevitably, if income doesn't increase and debt compounds, payments can be missed, credit accounts can be charged off, with the possibility of bankruptcy or even eviction to your home. When credit becomes compromised, it further complicates the problem of being restricted to future credit. And the lack of money can also result in emotional and mental health and relational issues. I know this sounds a little doom and gloom, but this is where the majority of middle-class Americans start and can stay if things aren't changed. With inflation and economic factors, recent data shows that about 40% of Americans, or 90 million people, are struggling to pay their monthly bills. When I first started my career in professional sales, my skill level was low, my income was even lower. It was a challenging time of my life, living in an apartment in an undesirable part of town with a less than perfect roommate, bouncing checks, creditors calling, and literally rolling up pennies to buy food. I knew that if things were to change, I needed to be the change. I started studying the habits and techniques of the top people in our industry. I also took an immersive Tony Robbins sales mastery course and a Tom Hopkins boot camp. With these transformational tools and faith in action, I was able to dramatically improve my skills and within months started to enjoy making consistent sales, and the healthy profits followed. Earning more money through professional sales was my ticket out of financial struggle. So what if you're stuck in a financial rut? Ultimately, your solution is to spend less or make more. Most people will work overtime or get a second job, which can be a short-term fix, but working harder and longer hours isn't always the best long-term option. I would recommend learning to sell effectively and finding something you believe in and start selling. Get a part-time sales gig as an added income, can even offer you some bonus tax advantages. The next stage on your journey, financial stability. Basically, it means you have more money in the bank because you're making more and spending less. Financial stability usually coincides with having clear goals and reasonably good financial habits. Habits including low consumer credit card debt, saving something for retirement, education, major purchases, and insurance products like health insurance and life insurance. Part of a prudent financial plan would also include the creation of an emergency fund. According to Dave Ramsey, author of Total Money Makeover, an emergency fund should have 3 to 6 months of expenses in short-term savings. Ultimately, this is a hedge against economic turndown or loss in income. Most middle-class Americans are financially stable. They're living comfortably, paying the bills, but sadly, saving very little. According to Employee Benefit Research Institute, almost 1/2 of the people in the US aged 55 to 65 have no retirement savings at all. You don't want to be the retired couple or person that prays waiting for your Social Security to buy food, or living with your children because you have to, or being forced to continue to work into your 70s just to pay bills. To move to the next level of financial evolution, one must get uncomfortable with their current situation. I mean, get disturbed to a point of being disgusted with where you're at. You can't candy coat this. This is your life. To make a major change, you must come to a threshold where enough is enough and you say, no more. Create some inspiring goals and have the discipline to create those financial habits that are going to move you to the next stage of financial development. And that's financial independence. Earning more income, saving more, investing more have now taken to a point where your passive income surpasses your active working income needed to sustain your lifestyle, and you no longer have to work. In other words, you are independent of others for money. Multiple income sources could be coming from your investments, businesses, rental properties, or a pension. When you're free of the shackles of a 9-to-5 job, you can now enjoy more travel, work on your personal projects, build businesses, or manage your investments. Now imagine, just for a moment, maybe close your eyes, you waking up in the morning, not having to drive through traffic for an hour or longer. No punching the clock, putting in the 8 to 10 hours a day, 5 days a week. Wouldn't it be great to wake up in the morning, maybe sleep in, take care of you first, maybe hang out with friends or family or your grandkids. And now you have the time and money to pursue your passion and just enjoy life. Maybe you have a different version of the story, but your story of financial independence will still involve your freedom of both time and money. Take a moment and visualize what that looks for you.